Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode in our survival challenge type series. And you'll probably notice that a couple of things have changed. We've had some really awesome improvements and some less than great improvements. And I want to start out from this little hilltop that oversees the base area we're working out of. And I think that back over my corner, yeah, in the background there's a donkey. So maybe we'll grab him and bring him down to our base operations, because I've got an extra lead on hand as well. But let's look down at this area, and the first big change should be immediately apparent, and that is with some changes or some further progress that we have made to the base. Now, I'm still waiting on the dripstone farm over here to continue to be productive and produce things that are going to help us out in terms of detailing the basement, and that's coming along quite nicely. But I went ahead and added in not only the top floor, but if your eye is keen, you'll notice that that floor is a little bit thicker than it otherwise should be. And that's because I've gone ahead and put some slabs on the underside to hide some of the detailing on the floor from the ceiling point of view. And we can see that by walking down a little bit more and having a closer look. So you'll notice that the ceiling is widely uniform, everything looking about the same. And then as we come up to the top side, there is a little bit of that texturing that we've got. Now, I don't feel like this area needs a lot of this weathering, but certainly right here at the top where we are, it will indeed need it. Now, I want to set up a little bedroom type area where I can put down a bed and some other things here in this corner. So I might work a little bit more of that wood weathering into the ground here. But for now, that's really about all I need it for. And if we come down here to the basement, you'll see that we've made a little bit more progress in putting up more of this dripstone. And then we've done the exact same thing with the ceiling here in giving it more of that masking so it doesn't have that exact same texture from the floor up above on the ceiling, because that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Let's go ahead and sleep the night away before the mobs get too crazy, because they tend to do that. Now, the other thing that we did is we have been on a couple of different caving expeditions, and we found a couple of these axolotls. Now, I'm only missing two colors at this point. I'm missing the brown axolotl, and since we're playing in 17.1, we're also missing the blue axolotl, because that no longer naturally generates. You have to breed it up. So maybe we'll go through and attempt to do that later on down the road. But these are some little friends that we have for the time being. And I will need to find an ocean where I can get the tropical fish that's required to breed axolotls, if that's a process that we want to go down. Now, I've kept my screen blank for a little bit here, and that's because we did suffer a bit of a mishap, and you can see that with the leveling. But you'll also notice that we have a diamond, and this is a diamond that I found from a desert temple that we went and raided, or I guess I was wandering around, found it, and this just so happened to be one of the many rewards that was found there. And that's not the only diamonds that we've found, but in terms of finding diamond ore, you're kind of expected to showcase the first diamonds that you mine on camera. So let's go ahead and head back down to our mine, where we can do just that. And we'll also talk a little bit about what you should do with your early game diamonds, because assuming that you find a lot of diamond ore, you don't want to mine it all immediately, because there's much better things that you can do with the diamond ore if you are able to exercise just a little bit of patience. Looks like there's a friend hanging out down here that we'll need to take care of first. Now, I've done quite a bit of caving down here, and that has allowed me to find a couple of different secrets. But in one of those caving sessions, I found the backside of this geode that we'd found. Now, we found two geodes. This is the one that I haven't done a whole lot with. But we found the backside of it, and I did tunnel back through it in that instance. and I don't want to come further that way until after we've dealt with this creeper. So let's lure him into this other cavern. Looks like we've got a drowned that's probably going to ignore me for the time being, because it's not nighttime there. But that's another kamikaze creeper coming in there, and that was not great at all, especially because I need to be right down here in order to showcase what I've found. Because those diamonds are right here. And, come on. Let's give ourselves a buffer zone from that mine shaft up above there. There we are. Now we shouldn't worry about anything dropping in on top of our head. So you'll see here that we've got a couple of veins of diamonds. I think the creeper accidentally got to one of them, which is less than ideal. But we have a smaller vein down here and what was a 5 vein but is now a 4 vein right here. So we already have one diamond from the desert temple that we found in between episodes. And so what I recommend is ideally, if you can get away with 2 diamonds, or having found 2 diamonds, that's going to be best case scenario. However, I am going to go as far as 5 because I would like to have a stronger tool on hand that I can enchant up. And that's exactly what this process is going to lead us to. So we will be taking 2 of these diamonds and we will use it to make some, we'll use it to make an enchanting table, and the other 3 we will need to make a diamond pickaxe to get the rest of the obsidian we need for said enchanting table, and that is a project that we will be setting up in today's video. So let's head back out through these winding caverns, and we've got plenty of obsidian that we can double back and collect because we've cleared up a lot of the lava in this underground area. So really it's just a matter of pick your favorite spot and we'll be able to harvest the obsidian from there. Now on that same expedition I did end up finding 1 block of obsidian because there was a ruined portal that we were able to find that the bonus chest had 1 piece of obsidian in it. So now it's just a matter of getting the additional 3. Ideally, we could have gotten all of it without having to make that diamond pickaxe, but we weren't so lucky, and I don't feel like running around and trying to find an additional monument or a ruined portal in order to get the rest of that obsidian, especially where it's not a guaranteed loot drop. There we are. We've now got all of the obsidian that we need in order to make an enchanting table, so let's head back up to the surface. Alright, we can now take 1 piece of leather and 3 paper, put that in any way we like. We can stack that with these 2 diamonds in our crafting table like so, and fill up the rest of this space with our obsidian. That gives us an enchanting table. And the rest of today is going to be setting up our enchanting station, which I feel like I want to do just right here on the ground floor level, as I feel like that's a pretty good place for it. So whether we place the books along this wall or this wall, it doesn't really matter. Either way, it's going to have our enchanting station right here. And let's go ahead and see how that looks as we get a bunch of books put together. And for that, we're going to need this sugar cane. All right, there we are. We have the bookshelves that we need in order to set up this enchanting station. So let's go ahead and set things up here. We'll go ahead and start with a line of 5 right there. We'll go ahead and double stack it like so. And then we just need to place these last 5, which I know we can do 2 here and 2 here. And then we'll go ahead and place one of them here. And then we'll place a chest to counter it over here. And this will be where we place our enchanting goods. I think we actually have a little bit of lapis over here that we can throw in there. So let's go ahead and, after picking up these things off the ground here, see if we can transfer that over. Yeah, we do have a little bit of lapis there. So let's go ahead and keep that right here. And then let's just throw our diamond pick and see what the level 3 enchant is. Silk Touch is actually quite nice. However, what I'd really like to see this early on is Fortune, because that's going to help us with gathering resources, any resources, whether that be iron, gold, redstone, coal, or more diamonds. So we're going to cycle things through until we can find, ideally, Fortune 3 in that last spot. But it might not be the worst idea to make a new iron pickaxe and put Silk Touch on that so we can collect up some amethyst crystals and use that for a little bit of decoration. But I'm going to need to grind up my levels before I can really entertain that thought. The other thing that's kind of scary is the fact that we won't be able to get mending on any of our goods with the villager restriction that we have in place, unless we find it organically, which the desert temples I've gone to so far, none of them have had that enchantment. So we're going to have to be cautious with that until our restriction is lifted, because we're currently on day 68, and there's a lot more time that needs to pass before I will consider opening myself up to the use of villagers. And we've got to come back full circle from what we touched on at the beginning of the episode. Let's run over to this mountaintop, grab this donkey, and bring him to our base, because I actually think that it'll be kind of beneficial to have some wandering storage for some of the projects that we'll be working on in the future, given that we can outfit a donkey with a chest, and we've got an extra chest in our inventory anyway, so why not do just that? So where did he go? Here he is. Okay, now that we're good friends here, let me go ahead and place, because I can do that, right? Maybe I can't be sitting on you when that happens. Or is it mules that can do that? I thought it was donkeys too, but maybe not. Well, let's go ahead and lead you back over here. Or was it just... That's all it is. You just gotta click on him while you've got the chest in your hand. There we are. We've now got our donkey over here that we have our expandable storage on, and he'll just kind of be good friends with our horse over here as well. If you have ideas or suggestions for names for either of them, feel free to leave those in the comments down below. But again, I think that's going to be it for us today. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure that you leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe for the daily variety content, and I hope to see you in the next video. Take care, everyone, and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye.